Hello Internet, and welcome back to my Big Damn TV Geek vlog. I just recently finished watching through Chuck for the first time, and the end of that show really filled me with nerd rage. It got me thinking a lot about series finales, and how hard it can be for a long-running show to really nail the ending. It also got me thinking about some past shows that have done really well with their finales, and haven't done that well with their finales. So that's what I want to talk about this week. Series finales. Things that I think work really well in a finale, things that I think don't work, and some of my favorites and least favorites. To me, the most important part of any finale is that a show does right by its characters. I've talked a lot before about how characters are really the most important part of any TV show to me, and I think that's especially true when it comes to ending a show. If you can't give your fans a nice couple of moments between your main characters to latch onto as the show kind of sails off into the sunset, I don't think you're doing your finale right. A couple of recent finales I thought did a really nice job with this were the 30 Rock finale and the Psych finale. 30 Rock had a wonderful moment between Jack Donaghy and Liz Lemon as Jack is preparing to sail away from New York, and it also had a very sweet moment between Liz and Tracy that, I'm not gonna lie, got me teared up a little bit. Psych did a terrific job with Sean's goodbye videos that he left for everyone when he ran away from Santa Barbara to go after Juliet in San Francisco, and then did an equally great job with Sean's proposal to Juliet that kind of ended the series and was super, super sweet. So I really loved how that ended. Obviously, it's also pretty important in a finale to wrap up any remaining story arcs in some kind of satisfying fashion. An enormous cliffhanger is no fun for anybody. But that said, I'm also a pretty big proponent of leaving a little bit to the imagination. It's kind of fun to be able to imagine these characters continuing to exist and do whatever it is they do in their universe long after we've stopped watching them on a weekly basis. I think a terrific example of this is the Angel series finale, which is one of my all-time favorite episodes of TV. It does a great job of wrapping up some of the small character stories and some of the outstanding stuff that's been going on throughout season 5, but it also leaves us with what's left of the gang facing down maybe their biggest threat yet, and Angel not backing down, just like Angel never backs down. And you just know that this is what Angel's gonna do forever. He's gonna fight the next demon that comes along and just keep on trying to save the world. And I think it's just such a wonderful microcosm of what that entire series was about, and it's wonderfully, wonderfully done. As far as problematic things in finales, there's really only one big one to me, and it's not staying true to the characters and the story you've been telling throughout your series. A lot of things can go wrong in a finale. If a show gets way too caught up in its mythology that it's not able to properly service all of its characters in its final moments, that's a problem. A lot of times in sitcoms, by the time a finale rolls around, all of its characters have been so badly flanderized that they don't even look like the same people you started your series with. And sometimes creators just make really strange story choices. I mean, Dexter's a lumberjack. What? Who saw that coming? I haven't even finished Dexter. What? One example to me of a very problematic finale is the How I Met Your Mother finale. The creators got so focused on the end point they had in mind from 8 years ago that they didn't really take into account everything that had happened in the intervening years. Like, for instance, the fact that the audience might fall in love with the mother. She ended up being this wonderful character in the final season, and then, oh, by the way, she got sick and died, can I go bang Aunt Robin? Is basically what happened in the last couple minutes of the finale. It felt gross. And I think it was a serious misstep on the part of the creators. As I mentioned off the top, I was also not a fan of the Chuck finale. I talked about how important character moments are to me in a finale, and it's tough to have good character closure when one of your main characters has no memory of anything that happened in the 5 years of your show. So the fact that Sarah had no memory of anything really made it tough for me to enjoy, not just the finale, but the last couple episodes. I wanted Chuck and Sarah to have their happy ending. I wanted the gang as a whole to have their happy ending, and instead you didn't get to have those nice last moments that you usually get between characters in a finale. and that was kind of a huge bummer for me. All of that problematic finale stuff said, I am a firm believer that a bad finale does not ruin a show. I think the internet echo chamber sometimes puts so much pressure on a series finale that it then forgets what a show did well up until that point. I hated the How I Met Your Mother finale, but I still think some of season 2 and 3 is among my favorite sitcom episodes ever. I didn't like the Chuck finale, but I will still absolutely go back to the early seasons on Netflix sometimes. It doesn't have to ruin a whole show just if you don't like the last 45 minutes. You don't get that mindset at all. If you liked it, you can still like it even if the ending disappointed you a little. So what do you guys look for in a good series finale? And what are some of your favorites or least favorites? Let me know in the comments. Also, it is summer and TV is slow, so I am looking for your suggestions for future videos. If you have a topic, a show, whatever that you'd like to hear me talk about on a future video, let me know in the comments or hit me up on Twitter and maybe I will do it in the future. As always, please like and share this video, subscribe to my channel so you can keep on watching my vlogs. You can follow me on Twitter at BigDamnTVGeek, and there's a link to my blog where I will have some extra thoughts on my favorite and least favorite series finales in the description. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.